So this is how you know you need new rotors and pads. So this is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like when it brakes. And the braking power is significantly reduced. But yeah, we're going to be installing new rotors and pads today. All right, so we got the things that you need to do this job are a socket set to get your rims off, new rotors, new pads. We got this off of, these are Power Stop rotors and pads, but we got them off rockauto.com. You want some brake parts cleaner, a mallet just in case your rotor is kind of seized on or rusted on, some caliper grease. My rims are a little different, but I have to use an Allen wrench set to get these off. So, but yeah, and then you can always have like a General Motors manual here, parts manual, so you can, if you have any questions, you can kind of refer to this. These are pretty cheap. And then last thing, have a little oil mat that I'm gonna put under the truck once I jack it up so parts cleaner doesn't get onto the cement. All right, so here's the first step. I'm using an Allen wrench. Well, I guess I was. But yeah, there's only 2 of these that are actually real. The rest are plastic. So they will literally snap off. But yeah, get this undone so you can expose your lug nuts. All right, now that we have taken off the little hub cap, we kind of exposed everything. So the next thing you want to do is remove each lug nut. And you also, I kind of like to mark, since there's, more holes than there are lug nuts, I kind of like to mark where these lug nuts are. So when I put it on, it's easier just by removing some of the brake dust. But yeah, we're gonna take this rim off and put it out. There's a lot of brake dust on it, so we're gonna clean it too. So the next step is to jack up your vehicle. And next step is take lug nuts off and remove the tire. Next, use a 3/8 Allen socket on this right here, and then this one as well, so you can get the caliper off. So you can put new pads in. It also allows you to take off the rotor. So yeah, once you get the bottom one off, then you can remove the caliper. Next thing you want to do is, so now that you have your caliper off, pull out your brake pads, and this is what they look like, very worn down. You just have to pull them out. And then since the caliper's off, you should be able to just pull off your rotor. You can see it's all rusty, and so it's really good that we got a new rotor. After that, you want to get your brake parts cleaner and spray off this section so it's clean for the next new parts.
All right, so right now I'm pulling out the pins. It's a good idea to grease these because they can get pretty rusty on these trucks. These look pretty good, but either way, it's a good idea to add some caliper grease so they don't seize up. See if we can add some in there.
Get it all nice and lubed up. It's a good way of putting it. And then you just reinstall them. The opposite way you took them out, but now they're all lubed up, everything's gonna move more smoothly.
All right, so our kit came with new boots. Our old one was torn, and it's a good idea to replace these if they're torn, because water and other things can get in and start to corrode. And if it does corrode the pin, then it can seize up and cause your pads to wear unevenly. And overall, it's just not good. So we're gonna put the new boots on.
And then slide the pin back in. So here's the difference between the old and the new rotor lot. This one's very rusty. But yeah, we just got a new rotor so everything would wear evenly. Although these don't look horrible, still not the best. But yeah, definite upgrade. Before I put the new pads back in, I just want to show the difference. So this is the brand new one. Look how much material it has. And this is the old one. So it's definitely time to replace. All right, next thing you want to do is put your brand new rotor on and put the new pads back in the caliper. And sometimes it helps to put a lug nut on here so it keeps everything still, and then clip in the brand new pads and we should be good to go. And then just kind of do the two hex bolts on either side to reattach it. All right, so now that you've placed the caliper on the knuckle over the rotor, you want to tighten it on, on the bottom and the top, and then your caliper should be in place. And then the next step after that is to put your rim back on. And then you should be done on this side, and then do the exact same steps for the other side. Since your tires are off, it's a great idea to get them free of all the brake dust and use some all-wheel cleaner to get the brake dust off. Now that you have your rim all nice and clean, you want to put the lugs on, hand tighten them all down, and then go use a torque wrench, 80 foot-pounds, and do a star pattern when you tighten them. And then put your hubcap back on, and your front disc should be completely done, and just do the exact same thing to the other side. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.